Aquarius, there's a wish that is heard. There's a wish that is heard, and a blessing will occur because you have been heard, is what I'm hearing here for you today. My readings are timeless whenever it finds you. You're meant to hear something powerful here today. Your overall energy is the wish energy, going from despair into a hopeful chapter of your life. Your energy is shifting, and you might be really connected to these butterflies right now, or the color purple and silver is what's coming through right now. Purple and silver. And just seeing signs like connected to something like shining or sparkling, okay? Now, Aquarius, this wish that is heard and received, like, it's like there's been this buildup, this massive amount, I'm seeing like a tsunami of energy that has been building. And finally, now, the tsunami of energy is going to wash over you and into your life and free you in a powerful way. You can see she feels so free, so light, so hopeful and unburdened and aligned, okay? Just with who you are and who you're becoming. And something that hasn't made sense very recently is going to start making sense. And this heavy energy is lifted from you, from your heart. Your heart space is the space spiritually that's growing the most right now, that is wishing for this certain change or turn of events or blessing. So if you're new to my channel, I work a little bit differently. I also receive a vision for you, Aquarius, at this time. Okay, so the way I work is I will meditate with your energy, sometimes with the cards that I draw before, sometimes without. And I will see a vision for you, something that you're meant to understand or align with or feel connected to at this time, or just it could provide you clarity. Everyone's going to benefit differently from these visions, but they are very important, and they are from spirit to you at this time. And there's a reason why I am shown these visions, and there's a reason why I am meant to be the messenger here. And with all my signs, I do these visions because there is something that is, I'm hearing something is returning to you at this time. So something about this vision might make you feel like something's returning, or it's like a return of energies, or like a closing, like a boomerang kind of effect, where it's like you've thrown something out there and it's now coming back. Okay, it might make sense to you more in the vision. I also offer personal visions. If you're interested in that, it's in the description box below, as well as other ways of supporting me if you wish to do so. Everything helps support me here. Thank you guys so much. Even likes and comments and just watching this. Thank you so much. I feel so blessed for all of you guys. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I'm gonna read you this vision now, because after I see the vision, I have to write it down here exactly the way I saw it and felt it. I'm not going to remember, days later, word for word, image for image. And it's very important that every single detail gets represented here and gets communicated to you, Aquarius. I take this very serious. So on a lighter note, please clear your heart and your mind, and let's get into this vision, and afterwards we'll do a tarot reading for you at this time. You step into an enchanted grove, the kind of place where time feels suspended, and every leaf, petal, and blade of grass seems to breathe with life. The night is quiet, but for the soft rustle of silver-leaved trees swaying gently, whispering secrets you can almost hear, but not fully comprehend. Moonlight glances off the surface of a river that winds through the grove, its waters shimmering with an unearthly radiance, reflecting not only the stars, but fragments of your own memory, fear, and longing. You are not alone. A figure waits near the riverbank, cloaked in warmth that feels like home, yet tinged with vulnerability. Their eyes meet yours, wide and trembling, mirroring the hesitation, hope, and ache you feel deep in your chest. They extend a hand, you take it, and immediately the grove responds. The flowers lean toward you, the river pulses brighter, and the air hums with the mingling of your energies. From the mist rising along the water's edge, forms of past heartbreak appear, ethereal and jagged, twisted by betrayal, sorrow, and fear. They swirl around you, tugging at your chest, filling your mind with memories you thought you had buried. Words left unsaid, hands that slipped away, promises that fractured. Your companion's grip strengthens, grounding you as you draw energy inward. You summon courage from deep within, reaching outward to embrace the spirits of your past, and they respond, transforming into ribbons of radiant light that spiral upward into the moonlit sky. You fall to your knees by the river, the water reflecting your tears. Each ripple carries your grief, your longing, your capacity for love, and the river transforms it into beauty, sending waves of healing energy through the entire grove. You feel your heart expand, pulsing with the awareness that true love is not only joy, it is courage, vulnerability, trust, and the willingness to face the darkness within yourself and others. Your companion kneels beside you, hands intertwining with yours. Together you send energy back into the grove, and the flora responds as if the earth itself is exhaling. Night flowers bloom, releasing intoxicating fragrance, and the river glows with pure luminescence. You rise, chest alight, understanding that connection is a living, breathing force, requiring the bravery to be both seen and felt. From the highest hillock in the grove, you gaze. From the highest hillock in the grove, you gaze out across the moonlit landscape. Mist rolls over valleys and silver rivers, the stars reflected in every pool of water, and your companion squeezes your hand. In that moment, you feel the vastness of emotion. Love, grief, hope, and courage, coexisting in a fragile, radiant balance. You realize to love fully is to embrace the uncertainty of vulnerability and the infinite beauty of your shared hearts, and in doing so, you touch something eternal. So you're not alone here, Aquarius, in this vision. Let's quickly tap in. I think that's an important piece at this time. You're not alone. And what is this energy for Aquarius here? What is this other energy that is surrounding Aquarius at this time? Who or what is this energy? And this energy is quite important in terms of your next decision or next step, I'm hearing. The High Priestess. This presence for a lot of you is your intuition. It's your inner voice, your subconscious, the energy within you that is trying to guide you the most at this time. And I'm intrigued by this, so we're going to tap into this more. What is this innermost energy of Aquarius? The Ten of Swords. Something needs to be completed. Something needs to be ended so that your new journey or new chapter can begin. Interesting. So your intuition is guiding you. Your companion is your intuition. Your companion is the sacred knowledge that you carry within and you know deep down inside, you know that something needs to end. You know that there is a finality coming, a completion coming. But for some reason, you are resisting that. Why are you resisting that? Let's get one of these oracle cards for this question. Why is Aquarius resisting the finality of this energy? Support. You might have a lack of support. Discouraged. You don't feel encouraged by the people around you or from within yourself. You don't feel like ending this, closing this chapter would be the best decision for some reason. But Spirit is, like, your intuition as well as Spirit is showing you here right now in this reading that there is good that will come from closing this chapter, because this past chapter carries a quiet pain, a hole that was punched through your heart. That's literally what I'm hearing from Spirit, the hole that was punched in your heart. And it's almost like someone here is like, I don't know who I am without this hole in my chest. It's who you are is somebody encouraged without the hole in your heart, without this quiet, I'm seeing like a quiet flower just wilting away, and that's been your heart for some time here with something or someone. And even if this other person, if you're dealing with another person and they don't support you, it's time you prioritize yourself, Aquarius. Okay, you are important, and you need to put yourself first here. You need to unapologetically make the time for yourself here. Make space for yourself. There's something in your life that is taking up too much energy that perhaps you need to support all the time, and you feel discouraged because almost like I'm feeling this energy coming through of like, you are so giving, you're so kind, in terms of you will overgive your energy away. And then when it comes to taking like a lot of this energetic space for yourself, you feel like you're being selfish. Okay? That needs to stop. Because that's not the reality. The reality is you're being drained by something or someone. And this wish, you know, you can feel it. You know what it's going to require for you to have this freedom, for you to feel this quiet revolution, this energy of rising up and taking your power back and aligning yourself with something that is true, a true freedom. But you need to support yourself, because no one else is going to come in and support you. It has to be you. You might have people who encourage you and who love you and who want the best for you. I'm not saying you don't, but I am saying that at the end of it all, you need to be the one that guides yourself through this and into this wish energy, into this form of abundance, of alignment. You need to support yourself. You need to give yourself that same time and space and love and encouragement that you would give those that you love most. Okay, tell me more about what it is exactly here that needs to come to a final close and end. The door that needs to be closed. My eyes landed on this part of the vision that said that I wrote, their eyes meet yours, wide and trembling, mirroring the hesitation, hope, and ache you feel deep in your chest. They extend a hand, you take it, and immediately the grove responds. That's what I'm talking about. It's like you are sort of in this communication with yourself, with your higher self, if you will, with your intuition, and you know, like you and your intuition know this is what needs to happen. And the moment you accept this, the moment you change this, is the moment the grove responds, and the grove being the energy around you, your life, your aura, your spiritual self is going to blossom, is going to respond. The moment you encapsulate this ending, you say no, you assert your boundaries, whatever it is. And that's what we were doing, wasn't it? We were getting into what this is. Okay, getting sidetracked. Maybe that's part of the message here. It's always part of the message. So there might be someone or something trying to distract you at this time. Or maybe you're just really distracted, but Spirit wants you to focus on this part of your journey, specifically. The Emperor, a masculine energy. Maybe you're dealing with a masculine energy that is toxic, or that seeks to control you, or has been controlling you, or manipulating you in some way. This can also be this need to control everything all the time, or like know the outcome or the answers to the situation. But you can't know, because once this door closes, you won't know what lies beyond. But what you can do is trust this intuition, this whisper, this part of you that is reaching out to connect with you, that is your circle of support is you. And you know that once you close the chapter on this need for control, or maybe this is a relationship that is controlling, or something that has evolved within or around you over time that has really kept you stuck. You were not able to properly find this support. You felt really discouraged. And maybe it was also, for someone specific, you were leaning heavily on someone or something to be your savior, or to come in and tell you what to do. But this is up to you, Aquarius. You are the one that is going to get yourself out of this situation, and is going to be the one that supports yourself through these next steps, so that you can have this wish come true, this alignment become the alignment, you aligning with your alignment, like where you're supposed to go. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You might not see things clearly at this time. It feels confusing, and that's okay. It doesn't always need to make perfect sense, right? You're trying to close the door or the chapter of this masculine energy, and maybe this made sense once upon a time. Maybe you had to lean heavily into this masculine energy, but you don't need to anymore. And at first it might feel uncomfortable, because you were in this energy, or you were with this energy for quite some time, but this is not the end forever. It's just a temporary end. Dominoes are going to have to fall, but there are still dominoes that are built, that are there in order for you to access the energy. The courage that you possess is still there. The strength that you have is growing as you close the door on this masculine energy. Let's tap more into this Emperor energy, because something about it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to you, but I need to know more about this. Let's get one of these cards here for Aquarius. Tell me more about this Emperor, because I think this is like your challenge energy. This is like your trial, if you will. I'm hearing a trial for Aquarius. Okay. Fairy of the green world. The natural world needs you. Okay. So for someone here, this is specifically, you have been stuck or sucked into this vortex of technology or consuming a certain product, or like hyper focused on something that is like temporarily satisfying, but it's a physical thing. It's an external value that someone has like leached onto or found to be a comfort. Okay, a comfort, something that gave you structure and stability, but it was short-lived. And so it's like you keep going back to trying to feel satisfied through the belongings, maybe shopping or food, or, you know, technology, being on, you know, scrolling, the news, whatever it is for you. And so Spirit's kind of like, hey, Aquarius, this is not your long-term solution. The more you hide within this energy or try to fill some sort of void with this energy, in the short term, it might look like, you know, you are provided with this structure and this sort of foundation of, but it's false security. There's something about going back to nature, about going back to, like, as they say, touching grass, okay? Seeing that even though it might be really painful to come out of this energy, because then you're kind of, you have to face something here, something that you need to end and close. And maybe it's this addiction or these behaviors, these patterns that keep sucking you in under false pretense. But this could also be a person, but you understanding and touching the reality of the natural world around you and how you really feel, and sitting with that, even if it's uncomfortable, is what connects you. Just like in the vision, you can always go back and listen to it. And I always encourage everyone to do that, because there's always something like we miss. And so in the vision too, it's like you're outside. You're not in a cave, you're not in the mountain, you're not, you know, in some desert or anything. You were in the lush, you were in the grove. And in it says, I wrote, you step into an enchanted grove, and that's this place that you're meant to go. That is this natural world, this world where you feel centered, you feel peace, you don't feel chaos when you enter or leave it, if that makes sense. Like, you go there and you feel peace, and even after you've left, you feel peace, because there's something else here that would give you temporary peace or satisfaction, and then you would leave it and you'd have anxiety. And that's what you're meant to end, or like the chapter, the cycle here that you need to close. I hope that makes sense, Aquarius. I really do. And thank you guys for bearing with me as I make sense of the messages. You also have the number 44, so you might be seeing 444 a lot, or just 4. Some signs. There's butterflies here, and there's butterflies on the wish card. So confirmation. Okay. So thank you so much, Aquarius, for spending the time with me today, your precious, precious time and energy. I am so humbled and blessed to be able to connect with you guys. If you'd like a personal vision with me, I do offer those in the description box below. It's the same format as what I do here on YouTube, but it's just your own personal vision and reading with me. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you guys next time.